Hi everyone, my name is Jen Duke, and this is my Module 1 Introduction for AEP 858. To give you some background about me, I taught in the classroom for 15 years. I taught first grade for 12 years and sixth grade English Language Arts for 3. This last year I was in an Education Support Services role at district office, but they have restructured that to something called an Instructional Design Coach, which have just been created. This is my first year in the role, which means that I will work specifically in one middle school with all content teachers to try and enhance instructional practices. I'm also a coach. I coach Youth Premier Soccer. I have 3 girls teams, and I'm the director of U8 through U12 girls. So a reflection on my district and how we look at data to drive instructional practices. Like I said, I work in the Blue Valley School District, so there are quite a few things that the district would like us to use. One are state and national assessments. So specifically regarding reading, from an elementary aspect, we look at DIBELS, we look at the Gates-McGinnity, and try to look at where our students are nationally normed, and then in the state compared school by school and to other districts. We also use common assessments for certain contents to assess where our students are going. We use professional learning communities and vertical planning to try to look at data, as well as to do some goal setting. For a while that was SMART goals, and we've kind of gotten away from that, but we do still look at goal setting in specific areas to see where we can grow, particularly using the MAP assessment when it comes to reading and math. Now, as far as a personal critique of my own knowledge about data, some things that I've done in the past to use data to drive instruction would be particularly to establish flexible grouping. So teaching first grade, I taught a lot of guided reading, and then even in sixth grade English Language Arts, there were a lot of flexible groups and choices that need to be made about instruction and final products with students, and so we've used certain bits of data for that. There was a lot of anecdotal records, so there'd be running records, personal conversations, journals, entry and exit slips, and those kinds of things. Formative and summative assessments. One area that I would like to get better at is really looking at formative assessing daily to make instructional decisions with kids. I'd say I relied a lot on anecdotal records to make decisions. I felt like I would know kids really well, but I know I need to get better at actually looking at formative and summative data. And then just within our school, we did spend a lot of time with PLCs and tried to do vertical teaming, but that was something that we wanted to do more of. And I know that I can always do more, and there should always be more that I'm trying to do to assess instruction. So as far as a plan that I would like to try to propose in order to grow in the area of data analysis and daily instructional choices would be, one, I'd really like to learn more strategies to effectively manage data and the time needed to review it in order to make those decisions. Maybe better ways for tracking data, especially when you teach more than one class, and then being able to compare that data that you've tracked. Also, it would be really important that I was self-reflective and really examining the things that I was trying to do and why I was looking at specific data to make those decisions. I want to collaborate and learn from my peers, specifically within this course, which I'm really looking forward to. And then finally would just be actual implementation. I think a lot of times we might learn certain things, but we don't necessarily implement them. And so I really want to try to do that as I step into this new role. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to learning from you all this month.